Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Canes. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. to the air. It's Knight. Buys a little extra time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to...
Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you...
Got some room to run. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get some... Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Auburn to the line in a hurry. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Now on second down. On the run, it's Henderson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
With the catch, it's Church. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Cobb sledding near as he picks up 1 to the 29. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The give on the option. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
You get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem.
35, Auburn, 0.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Makes the catch. It's Church. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces. There he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll run play action. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. The short hands, it's Henderson. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Caught near the sticks. It's Davidson. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Snagged out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Dallas. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Gilbert. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they...
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. The 10! Touchdown, Hurricanes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to BYU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Auburn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind.
There he goes! Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Some misdirection with the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Okay, ready? Easy.
Looking downfield on first down. Going deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Dallas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football.
Looking for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Let's go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Still running at the 40. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he puts through the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The run to the left. Creates a little space. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Moore. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
21.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Auburn to the line in a hurry.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy.
Turning it on! After the filthy move, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Tigers are on the move.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give from the gun. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. He's looking to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. Stumbled to the ground. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Auburn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They give him the rock again on second and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air, it's Knight. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab down the middle. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Auburn lines up quickly. To the air on second down. Throwing right. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs. And
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Holds it in on the left. Finds some room. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got some room, it was over. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Fires to the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Definitely trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
He'll take a deep shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Tiger. And here they come almost all the way back. Getting aggressive here and going for 2.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense when you play man coverage against this guy.
Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on.
Breaks into the open. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the top. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. comes that Auburn offense onto the field again.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Makes the grab, it's Henderson. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line and a little more room to operate.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Brings it in down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take another shot here. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On first down from the 13-yard line. To the air on first down. Now sliding to his left. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking for room. It's Henderson. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. This is a designed run. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
This is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision.
The fake, and he wants to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That keeps the score. Miami, 56.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bryant. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Back to the ground with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got him in. It's Dallas. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Wide open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Power ahead. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's Knight. Still looking, on the move. Hit as he throws. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's a heat. Looking for room at the 25. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. I know